Every day it seems like I consider stopping making music and just going back to writing narratives. Because the music stuff, I, I feel like for some people, it just comes easy. Just write about something. But in the genre I occupy, I don't know. There's a time and place for illusions, I guess. But I really only rap or try to rap about my life, you know? And, we all have some liberties we need to take, and I guess that's mine too when it comes to making music, because I was thinking about this morning again about what if I just hang it up? But then what would I do? It's not like I'm gonna do something else instead of that. And it's a tool at the end of the day. Music helps people all around, helps organize people. And I like that something can do that. Sorry, just lifting up my belt. I still got this mini belt. Sister came back yesterday. She been out. And, talked about this yesterday. You get mad sleepy from work, you come back, you just go to bed. And my mama don't wake me up in those situations, so I gotta check myself. And that's why I hate sleeping. In a perfect world, sleeping would, I don't know, match life. It feels like life is antagonizing sleep. And I'm a life liver. I'm an air breather. So it be what it be. It is what it is. But I guess I'm gonna stay with this bell until further notice. But yeah, not quitting music, y'all. Yeah, because it's not like I would do anything instead of that. Now I've been working better on less watching stuff, because it's getting boring now. And I'm not sure if that's the solution, just to keep doing something until it gets boring to you. That's how it's gone for me. I've been, these last 4 years, I've been inside more than outside. Messed up. So yeah, now I don't want to be inside anymore. Ain't nothing to do there but cook. I guess plant. And I'm basically by myself too. I'm a one man. I'm one man. I was saying I'm an army. I'm barely holding up. But yeah, it's better to have support. I don't know what that looks like for me. I don't even know if I really need it. But just, I guess what I once thought it to be would be nice. Oh, my belt's coming back up again. So how I have this belt is, I think it was from when I was like 10 years old. Belts never made sense to me. They're really just work clothes. Well, I never needed belts. I just wear pants that hug my waist. I mean, I don't need no belt for that. See, I'm probably gonna fix this later on when we get to the bench. Not the far bench. Oh yeah, wow, it's being real Norn today. But yeah. Another day in the life. And when it comes to the music thing, I'm thinking, how am I gonna get this far? I actually don't know yet. Probably doing something every day, not just going to bed, And making music is honestly, I think, what's gonna get me going. Because of course I always see the concerts for rappers, and I don't like that. I don't like doing that. I don't want to make music about a certain type of people and then not see that enforced and people rapping the lyrics like it applies to them. I don't know. There's a half of me, you know, that wants power for my people, or I guess, no, yeah, that's right, power for my people. And there's other part of me, I guess the safer side, is honestly feels easier, that wants power for the people. Because there's people everywhere, especially in the States, right? You don't see yourself every day, though. So it's just easier to go into the other side. And, you know, isolation is a part of that. You gotta fight isolation. I guess that's really what got me into my John. Because I really had to educate myself. That's why I got to the point I'm at. Can't get caught up in the content waterfalls. And the other day when I was coming back, I'd be seeing these little kids with phones. And like, you get exposed to this earlier and earlier. Because for some reason, this little girl was walking home. And I guess, you know, we have nothing to fear here. You don't know that. It seems irresponsible. From like a safety standpoint and like a, I don't know, social standpoint. Those phones really mess you up. You know, I started using Instagram because of a friend I knew back in 8th grade. It was like, I honestly would have been better off without this shit. Honestly. That probably wouldn't have helped the downfall. Honestly, the internet helped with my downfall back in that period of my life. But past that, it did more bad than good. You know? I was probably going to stick around. I had my writings. You know what I mean? I still have a lot of anger there. But it's not going anywhere, right? I think I seen this guy yesterday. We're going to have recurrent characters around here, y'all. But, yeah. I'm trying to cut back on the, yes. Want to get it more straightforward. Because we don't have a topic, we going to find one, though. You know what I mean? Hello? Good morning. I mean, what is there to speak on? I don't know, really. All I always know is that I gotta continue this again tomorrow. Or I guess I would like to. If I'm in the house, I gotta find a reason to get out. So I gotta do what I'm doing? Yes. Ignore the sidewalk, cross over, come back, go down. That's how you avoid traffic. Because when the traffic stops, it's just going, it's going to buck you. See, I feel that for real. Hello? I mean, oh yeah, I've been doing better with the gaming stuff, you know? I haven't played many games yesterday. I did for a bit this morning. You know, I had to get my Warframe a mastery rank. I got that yesterday. But gaming can be something communal too. You know, that's what I want. I want a community. But sometimes the question is, who do I want my community to consist of? People of like minds, or people of like looks, you know? I think I want it to be life looks. And within that life looks, you can find people with your ideology. I don't want to be responsible for undoing the programming of men. Especially, you know, outsiders. If you understand what I'm saying. When it comes to my own community. I guess if I'm a part of it, you know, It's gonna happen. If there's like a union or something, or like a protest, I can be there, I guess. But the fight for your people never has a start or an end date. It exists as soon as you're born. You don't have to wait for some insurgents to happen to all of a sudden be for your people. And sometimes that's how it be. And I had to think about that yesterday. When it comes to the common working man, sure, something has to happen to unite them. But when it comes to black people, and you have those edge cases, you can't let the brother get too integrated. You're gonna start competing with who you don't need to compete with, and he's gonna start downgrading the only people who look like him. And that's just real rap. And when you're around yourself, you don't gotta worry about those type of things, unless you gotta unprogram yourself. But that can be avoided in childhood by not growing up there. And that's why I would like to salvage our communities back together. Because currently, there's a lot of us displaced from where we need to be. And we're groomed in a position to be raised up, to be on a corporate ladder. And then you're eventually going to be oppressing other people that look like you. And that can happen anywhere, but this is basically the pipeline here. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. Hello. Good morning. But I think it's better. And I know it's difficult. I haven't been in this situation yet. I just got my first job, but sorry, I was avoiding like a web or something. I just got my first job. I haven't been in the situation, but I think none of this stuff lasts. You know what I mean? And the least you can do is insure your family. A lot of people do that. And I guess some people don't. You know what I mean? If you have the power, you should probably reach back. Heard this from Charleston White. Flawed man, like every man. But, he's knowledgeable. And that's what you gotta take from people. Not everybody's gonna be God. Everybody's God. Nobody's God, though. You know what I mean? Everybody's God. Not everybody's God. You gotta get on, God frequencies. That, that's the goal. Get on God frequency. Yeah, then you figure everybody's the same. And that's even more pertinent when it comes to the African. I mean, everything stems from the African. And that's just the truth of it. And when you think of that with, Vedic tradition, it's more of a reason to help the world. Only makes sense to me. Okay, I'm taking a quick seat. Just gotta adjust my belt. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're at the genital point of view again. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to stay away from this, but it's a fringe case. Don't get used to it. You won't. Now I figured out belts are supposed to go through like this little line thing. Oh, okay, that looks strange. I'm not gonna show you. I'm sure y'all know though. There's like a little holes, little straps across jeans. You're supposed to put belts through. I didn't know that. So I've never been in this situation. One of my what's the word? Vivid. I never know. Is vivid supposed to mean clear or not clear? Okay, whatever it means, a vivid memory I have was that my dad took me to some guy's like basement in New York, might have been Harlem, because everybody has those little side buildings, and we went down and then we like picked up like wood planks, and then I got like $20 for that, And then he taught me that's people power right there. Now, yeah, that's why I imagine a community. You need sugar, you just go across the door. You don't need to go all the way to the store. To have that type of rapport among our people is really what I seek. And I think when it comes to a stroller, what am I looking at? A tractor? Okay, look, watch this. Oh, I thought that seemed like a track, and it looked like it was hovering in the air. Sorry, that was bugged out. My fault. Yeah. Really, when it comes to just being in community, in general. And now it's like you have to wait for something to happen, I feel. Because then if I just riot for no reason, it seems like I would just be creating an issue, and it feels like I don't want to make all my change reactionary, because something happened yesterday. I make a change for all time, But yeah, hello, good morning. You can't let a change from yesterday affect your whole life, because that's how it tends to happen. Yesterday can affect your whole life, so you that's why you gotta be on the different frequency to not let it affect you all the way. Pride is worthless at the end of the day. I didn't see that person was going straight. That's my fault. Some people be forgetting. I can't be trusting no driver, man. Some people be going all the way across the line. The little white lines on the floor where people are supposed to walk by. They be going past it. I was like, damn. Some people forgetting to turn their lights on. I don't know. Give me like a horse or something. Honestly, I want to be in a place where you can walk everywhere. I can basically walk everywhere here, But that's good when you're just one person. Luckily, I haven't done this with anybody else yet. They probably get scared. But I've been doing this for 4 years now. Just walking around where I ought to be and where I don't. So yeah, it basically comes natural to me. And I didn't research Hutto what I did yesterday. Finally planting my avocado seed. Because, somebody mowed the lawn. Yeah. And it wasn't me. Even though I was supposed to a few weeks ago. But I got lazy. And I hate that. Same with the sleep thing. Life got the best of me. Now, this time I want to see how far we can keep the camera up without falling down to this. Because also it's an exercise. And maybe we go farther today. It seems we're a bit earlier. Oh, not as much as I thought we were. And usually, yesterday it was, the same amount. No, I think a bit later. I'm not sure. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm still gonna get there on time. Better to be, 2 hours ahead than, 30 minutes late. Yeah, that's always been my motto. But like I said yesterday, there's only so much you can do. You can be the best little black you can. And they only gonna let you get so far. So what I'm saying is fuck them. And I'm just gonna go on my own way. For the time being. We'll see what I say when I get paid today. I better be seeing that residual, I understand not, you know, not getting the P last time. Because, first week starting off, I think I only worked like night shift. Well, not even. I think the day I got paid was a day off. I think I got like 20 cents or something. Because I looked at my Cash App, because that's why I linked to it. And it had like a 20-cent increase. Maybe like 10 cents actually. Because I remember it being a 3 and then the number turned into a 4. So like, again, not a lot. But I think something was added there. It was like a cent amount. It was very funny. But yeah. We'll get to this another day, but being a black elite, I don't know how to feel about that either. There's a part of me that doesn't want to go to college because of that. My people everywhere, as we are, being the first people. I don't need to go somewhere for that, And it's not like I've been divorced from it, no. But I haven't been reinforced by it, no. It's definitely not around me. And the type of niggas you see around you be skinwalkers. They be Oreo people. And I'm not saying you gotta like something that's not black to be considered Oreo. It's you being against yourself. Why you hate yourself so much? That don't mean being nerdy, but you know it when you see it, Because at the end of the day, you can't divide your people. No. Because that's all you got at the end of the day. Like, everything that's black, I love. 1, because I gotta love it, and 2, because it's great. We all we got. Everybody can bring a little piece of us to their community, but to be honest with you, I don't want to be the person to say you're good with black people. Because you do some fuck shit, it's on me. And then I don't want to risk that. Same with being around, if you know what I mean. It's not worth it. As a man, you have your hand. You should use that as practice. Some people even end on that. That's really all you need. And a part of having that outward appendage is if it seems like more so like a key you can go around at every door with. And for the people that have, the keyholes, that seems like something to put your key in. But no. You already got the key, and the only door is up there. You might as well have only one. Because then you're going to have some unnecessary drama. That's why I would rather only have one. Now, if stuff starts speeding up and life do what it do, life gonna do what it do. But that's something I want to put out into the world and give advice to other people on. Pleasure isn't everything. Sometimes you need to struggle. A lot of time I wanted my pleasure. I just wasted time. It wasn't even pleasurable how I was wasting my time. It was just time being wasted. But I learned a lot with non-pleasure. I still haven't found my pleasure yet. That's what I just started this podcast with. And I'm not going to continue with that name. But for the sake of the episode, I started this podcast with me saying I was going to quit something I've been doing for the last 4 years. Passively doing. I wouldn't say it's a career yet. I have about maybe 7 to 9 albums. I'm forgetting right now. Maybe we can count. Okay, I'm about to shift y'all to the other hand while I think about this. That feels good. So either 8 or 9, I think. Yeah, eight or 9 projects I have right now. And 4 years, that's pretty good, honestly. But they're not up to standard. I like everything I make because, one, you got to, and two, it's going to be better. Sometimes you got to do stuff for progression. You got a Polygon car. Damn polygonal vehicle. Oh, Lord. No, this road's the worst. How am I supposed to even cross this? There's always a car coming down, car going forward. Well, I best get in the middle. Oh, now's my chance. That's what you got to do. You got to be opportunist. You see a path, take it. And if you're not, well, the only thing that lasts is God. You know? Can't be getting so caught up on roads. You're going to fly one day. But yeah, see a road, you can take it. I had to miss a lot of roads to understand my track. You know what I mean? I'm still a manic man running. Take a few more, we get a marathon. You see, I just be rapping in real life. You rap enough, you start rapping in real life. Everything is a bar. And also, I've been thinking about the ethos I want to exhibit into my music. You know what I mean? What character do I want to play in my music? Myself, right? But what aspect do I want to show for myself? Because I have an idea for it. I think I said this 2 episodes back. I believe so. Yeah. Because Pumpany Man was like a short. Fuck shorts, by the way. Fuck the Chinese app. Retaining everything I love. Ooh, content used to mean something. I'm not gonna put on the Chinese app AI. The whites have to hold that one. Putting data centers everywhere. Y'all can miss me on that. Making polygonal cars. Got PS1 whips. Anyway. Yeah, fuck YouTube Shorts. But 2 episodes ago, I said something about like the progression of a flawed man to something honorable. I think that's what I want to exhibit. So I go everywhere by myself. It can be a look to go from having something or not having, actually no, having something to losing it until getting something better. And that's what I gotta hold out for. You know, I've over the years, naturally as humans, you're gonna find people with many different looks, many different cultures, ideologies. And you know, I think it's best for me not to deny the reality of that. But there comes with a lot of stipulations that come with managing relationships like that. Because when you both come from different cultures, especially when you're from a culture so stigmatized yet replicated as black culture, when you get with, just a common example, a non-black woman, a white woman, you're gonna end up toning yourself down to make them feel comfortable. And that's just what I've seen. I'm never gonna do that to myself. I'm never gonna stain my key. I already got blood from their people. I don't need to be open no more doors. You know, I went to the HEB once. I seen this white lady with about 6 biracial kids. Got a bunch of bunch of caramellers. Bunch of caramellers walking around. And I didn't see myself a gaggle of confusions. That could work better. Okay, I'm gonna cut that off. Redo the bit. I was walking into the HEB. I see this white lady with about 6 mixed kids. Bunch of caramellers. Man, I done see myself a gaggle of confusions. Who's gonna manage that? Now let's hope the nigga in that life, the man. Cause I don't want six confusions acting white. What's the point of a confusion then? You might as well just have a white child. Oh my Lord. That was good. Now YouTube Shorts is a tool. You got to put some nuggets of gold in the content waterfall. And you can pick it out. Like that one dude off Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. He got the cards falling down. He has his eyes closed. Picking out cards. Then that's how he made his deck. You got to put ultra rares in that content waterfall. And I can put something good in there. And maybe purify YouTube Shorts. Well, I'm overly stroking myself, but because I'm not all I've thought I was. There's a lot more work to do. Let's see, can I cross now? Okay, I'm crossing now. Oh, there goes my belt again. It'd be better if I just had a real one. That's how it goes. It's built for a 10-year-old boy's waist. So I basically just have this joint around my stomach. And what I do, I bring the pants up, clip it on. Okay, I'm just gonna do what I usually do. Pull it up from the back. What was I saying? Yeah. I'm not everything I thought I was. At the time I thought I was gonna be it. That don't mean it's not in me. Because we all the same. Anybody can do everything. If another man did it, another woman did it, another human did it, another person did it. Because we all the same. We just all descendants of the African woman. The first African woman. Amen. Simple. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult task trying to maintain outside relationships with people outside my community. Because again, I don't want to see comments eventually, that's like, oh, I'm a 50-year-old, 15-year-old, 3-year-old white child or elder. They're like, your videos taught me so much. Why? I don't want to see you here. Unsubscribe to me. I don't need your like. I'm not helping your people. I'm already getting my money from them. I don't need no more. No thanks. Because in the perfect world, I'd rather not deal. To be real with you, now I'm going to say it. In a perfect world, I'd rather just be surrounded by people who look like me. The African, the displaced, or the continental African. Because really, that's, like I said before, it requires a certain amount of staging for, a class uprising to happen. Now, of course, black people have always been at the head of that, and ultimately I would be working with everybody else if I maintain my community. I would like to be a teacher. In what form that, happens, we'll have to see. But a black person is always going to be at the start of everything American. I've yet to see a situation where that hasn't rang true. QEP was helping the whites as the first people, as part of the American displaced. That's like our role, no man. That's how it go. So, and also, you're gonna have to work with undoing whatever racial or messy belief you have that's going to ultimately get in the way of the rest of us, as in black people. Okay, I'm gonna rush this one. Once we get to the Quick Trip bench, we're gonna check the time. I'm gonna get this belt on again. And me. Oh, it's go time. It's go time. Whew. Whew. This is a lot earlier than usual. But nice. Good. Now my shoes get dirty, but as long as you don't slip on the floor is all that matters. At the work, nothing happened yesterday. But yeah. So I'm doing math in my head. So I do another 4 hours today, right? Or let's see, I went 9 to 2, 9 to around 2:30. That's 5 hours, maybe 4:30, depending on breaks and all that. How about, excuse me. I went back to the penis angle, I apologize. But I'm starting to commit my job to memory. There's some dish procedures I probably am going to review. Luckily, I get free drinks. So, I make food at home. I don't know how to do drinks yet. So, I'm compensated well there. In the perfect world, I'm a baker. Okay, I feel my shit about to fall off. So, let's lift it up some. Yeah, I don't know why people like these things. Like jeans. I mean, it's work. It's work. That's my answer, it's work. But, yeah, as a baker, a creator of food, it's extra guilt when you're employing the poison into your own community. But that's what money do. A lot of people poison their communities for money. And then that's why money's bad. It's gonna make you do bad things. Now we live in a great world, of course, everywhere. But money is immoral. That's how I carry it. Now, that's only a statement. I don't have any solutions yet, but that's what I've landed to over the years. You're gonna end up contradicting yourself somehow. I need a job because I need a job to live, and hopefully, eventually, with this money I make, I can make a garden, make a farm, sell vegetables, make it easier for other people to live, so they don't got to do those or make those hard decisions under capitalism. In our current framework, that's the best I can do. I don't want to be over nobody. in our community, I want us all to be on the same level. Man. Ubuntu. Namaste. And that's how we go. We all the same. We all God. You see, pride never did nothing but get you killed. You stroke your ego when you can just stroke yourself. You can stroke yourself. But people be having egos just to that. Amen? You feel my... Yeah, I don't like this. So yeah, I'd rather not. Back to the point. If I'm going to start a restaurant, I only want, the sweet stuff to be there on the weekends. 2 days you get to have fun. And now, the trick is, how do I get this good? Because I'm still making stuff. I'm probably going to make cookies when I get home. I still got cheese in the refrigerator. I'll probably make that into mozzarella sticks. But yeah. And shout out Mama for working for other people. It's a hard bargain. Cause now I understand why people look so miserable every day. I guess that's where this change starts. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to like. I don't know what to hate. I'm just here to get money. To get my ticket for life. And then I'll spend it as I will. But I don't know. Ironically, for me, always being around such diverse communities, imagining it, I don't feel like I'm going to be the person to start the class revolution. But what does that look like? Now, I don't be reading. Most of my ideology is rooted in just blackness. So there's a lot of more stuff I just have to read on and not always speak on experience. This is good. That's how everybody learns. But I don't know. Even in that free world, I'll probably still be with my own people. You still gonna have vestiges in and out. And all I can do is maintain myself. That's all I have a right to, myself. And ours. That's my pronouns, we and us and them. I don't need all the credit, amen? We gonna change each other. 'Cause that's our right. As God's direct people. And as one another as God. So I hope that inspired somebody. What I would do for some inspiration. Like I'm always saying. I'm not sure if I said this last time, but this is like my modus operandi. Got to create everything I consume. Because then I can hold the producer accountable, as in myself. You let somebody get too high under capitalism, you can't reach them anymore. No matter or not they look like you or don't. So yeah, I have a very general 2 things we have to extinguish: white supremacy and capitalism after. No more white supremacy, then we can live in a world where we already have a mental toll off of us as people who don't benefit from that. And the trick is, we don't want to fall into any other type of supremacy. As God's people, it's disgraceful. We all resemble God, we gotta act like it. Every God. What do you believe in? God, Jesus, Allah, Now, you know, I'm sort of practicing Hindu. I'm trying to get better on eggs. You know, not always go outside. But guarantee either by my birthday or the end of the year, I'll have that down pat. But every God was black. And if you want to believe your God is white, sure, you're lying to yourself. But if you want to believe that, he created the African as being the first people. So, we the core of everything. And we can't fall into enforcing that overly. God is humble. God knows his place. And we got to serve. And even if you're not religious, you know, the divine is a feeling. A lot of people religious to food, religious to sex. It exists. That's just the divine acting out the divine. Because we all God. That's how I look at it, at least. We all got different words to the same sentence. So, I can never quit something. Let me say that. I've been blessed and illuminated in ways where it's best for me not to quit something. You know what I mean? 718, okay. So yeah. Let's see, what else is there? Now, I would like to do this as one video. Excuse me. Because I can get it all out at once. If I do two different cuts, I have to go into CapCut, slice it up, go to the very end of it, scroll for like a 30 seconds. Delete the CapCut ending thing because that's just sloppy. And then I have to wait like an hour for it to come out. Now, if I'm going to wait an hour for it to come out anyway, I'd rather just be one thing. You know what I mean? Now, luckily, I have to never worry about my belt falling off. Because my belt is literally tied around my stomach. It's literally corsetting me. Because last time I was, well, my first day, I went into, you know, the building. It was like squishing gas out of me. It felt bugged out. I had that thing like up against my stomach. It was like pushing it down. It felt like clearing, you know? It's interesting. But I don't know. Now that I have my ideals, my core ideals is being for my people. And whatever that may look like, we'll have to see. But now you know my spirit, you know? Regardless of what, you know, my Hiva, my Jiva, my Jiva, excuse me for not knowing how to pronounce it. However that decides to act out, or the person following pleasure may act out, you know, my ideals. And I really have to educate myself again. Because ever since not being in school, I haven't learned anything. And even in school, I didn't learn anything. But I've learned something being out of it, you know? Because I taught myself my own history. But now I have to get back to the basics, grammar and all that. You know what I mean? Like speaking. Speaking is what I have to do more. Write, speak, math, science. Now once these things become a system, you start forgetting that these are things that make you sharper. Same with those damn dentists, putting retainers on top of my mouth. They're just trying to get their money, and apparently they compensate very well. But you know, people end lives for a living. Make it make sense, y'all. Now, how is that good for anybody? Then it's going to drill in your teeth, putting all these things. Now you got, what's it called? Cold sore, canker sore, I don't know. You get like something bad with your teeth. Now you got to come back. This is the industry. This the help industry. Same with the self-help books. You selling solutions to people in need. And probably where they getting that money is something that's stressing them. Now, once again, I'm thinking very 1 and 0-y. But I don't know. Why things got to be so overly complicated, right? It smells good. It smells like popcorn. Popcorn, I heard popcorn's good. But the one you get off the store, not so much. I gotta remember, it's different being around black people. You know, during a meeting, or I guess a dinner I had with my mama. Well, it was more so breakfast. I really do have to learn how to be with my own people again. Because even if you are pro yourself, you develop certain type of defense mechanisms or ways to not fall, to the ills. I'm not sure if that's the actual term. I know that's the Denzel Curry song. I'm gonna start using that though, if it isn't. You're gonna fall victim to the ills that befell every, African in a white supremacist nation. So it's all right to be kind again. It's all right to love. I be seeing black people successful, like, I gotta unfollow you. You looking too positive. I'm sorry. It's like that's bugged out. That's a type of programming for me. I can't be happy seeing, man, woman, person who look like me succeed. Why? Because I'm in a place where usually I'm the only person there, and when I see another brother or sister there, another African, now it seems like competition because we know who our hires up are, and they don't let all of us pass at once. Usually. So you got to get used to seeing yourself succeed. Because like I said earlier, if you succeed, everybody succeeds. If they succeed, you succeed. Because we all God. You know what I mean? We's all God. And in a perfect world, we can all be happy together with one another and be restored to our original God-given brilliance. Black power. Now, I was about to end it right there because that was a clip. That's a clip. I'm posting that somewhere. I'm telling you, YouTube Shorts is a tactic. It's like how money is a tactic. Voting is a tactic. Now, honestly, it's between two whites. I'd rather not vote. But I'd rather vote for the less worse one, who's not going to encroach on, my living. Oh, sorry. We got a little abdomen angle there. I don't even know what abdomen is. You see, I got to be sharp again. I got to start looking at biology. That was ninth grade class I took. Great year for me, ninth grade. But I don't, let's say I wasn't taught the best, but I don't expect people who don't like or look like me to teach me. Now, why are we waiting for other people to teach us? Let's be serious. Instead, you don't get your money and leave this place that traumatized you with a bunch of other people that look like you, and then feed it into their well, so you can make their well get bigger and not take their money and come back. You know what I mean? That's my tactic. That's my strategy. take their money, come back home, wherever home may be, you know, either the continent or every ghetto in America. And you're gonna find some Mexicans. Shout out to Mexicans, you know. But you know, they still live in a white supremacist nation that's anti-black, and due to how, you know, due to the lineage of the Mexican being half native and half Spaniard, you still gotta deal with that every day, you know. It's still an everyday battle, because you got white Mexicans and black Mexicans. Obviously, because Mexican is a place. I'll more so talk about Hispanics. It gets complicated with the Hispanic label, and I'm sure there's somewhere in Texas there has to be, you know, woke everybody. And I'm not trying to teach everybody. That's for damn sure. Ain't my role to teach everybody. As a people, we have the right to teach ourselves. And if we can, we should. It's a disgrace if you don't. Every people has a right to teach themselves, because when you let someone else teach your kids, now they're going to teach them to be crash dummies, or they're going to teach them to be crash dummies by not teaching them, or two, they're going to teach them to have their ideals and not your ideals. You be coming home after sending out a black child to the school, you be coming back getting a white pasty kid. How's that work? I mean, even if you're a black teacher, you're still in the white school district, getting money from white people, then giving that money back to white people. Of course, you're gonna give. It's a nation. Taxes exist, but you understand what I mean. White grocery store feeding they well, wherever restaurant you go to feeding they well. It gets tricky, because currently, I wonder if there's a way to be all the way right. You know, where to stand on this. But it's something you gotta think about. Same thing I said with educating yourself. Sometimes just wake up, do math. Search up a website or something. The internet's a tool also. It doesn't just have to be poison. The internet like food. You're gonna feed yourself or poison yourself. Choose wisely. And sometimes poison masquerades as healthy food. Green is a complicated color. But yeah, just keep your mind sharp, y'all. You're gonna find a way out. And if that's not what you want, you know, you're watching this with your white girl next to you, you know, I'm sorry for you. But, man, oh, I just got my John all dirty. You know what? It's gonna dry. It's gonna dry. So what time is it now? 7:30. Nice. Got an hour and 30. So I'm probably not gonna go all the way down. Probably just gonna stay up. But yeah, I would like to be all the way right with something, you know? And I think my first step is food, probably. Within my Vaishnava diet, you know, my Hindu diet, we have to food is a tool of warfare. Because I'm still scrambled. I feel like I've been only pouring it today. So good, we're on the hour. So it takes me around an hour to get here. We figured out. Around an hour, maybe some more. Yeah, 40 minutes to an hour to get to wherever this place is called. Limestone. I don't know what's called this. But yeah, food is a tool of warfare. So you gotta watch what you eat. Sometimes I go to Harlem and everything's at the deli. Or a little side store, a little corner store. Everything's at the little deli. What you be having at delis? Basically like a quick trip in the side. I'm bad at enunciating my point. That's not the oh well, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm bad at getting my point across, but if y'all there, what be at most of those stores? Candy. I'm starting to see my reflection more than the screen. Okay, that's better. Candy, soft drinks. You know what I mean? That's a tool of warfare. Keep us in that. And we don't got anything. Hello. And we don't got, nothing nourishing for the body there. It's just a bunch of stuff that supposed to get you big, keep you coming back, and feed they well again. What I talked about earlier. And that's a hub of where a lot of change happens. If anything, I'm probably going back there. That's where my family is. Or at least Philadelphia. They be going through it down there. I don't know what the issue is. Oh, I can't see myself. Okay, we're back. I don't know what's happening in Philly, but this has been a hub for a lot of great change in the community. You know what I mean? I just got to learn how to love myself, and in turn, God, in my culture, our women, and our men. And we fix all that, we can guarantee the boys, girls, young little black children, so they don't fall into the ills. Who, when you see that all around you, you're gonna feed into it. Either be for capital, for a dollar so you can live. Like I said before, you gonna end someone's life just for a living. And no way that's humane at all. You're gonna fall into the ills of what's around you. So we gotta bring up our own people. Yeah, this was nice. An hour is a good length, so I'm just gonna cut it now before we get to 2 hours somehow. And I'm just gonna upload this because it's a lot easier. Thank y'all for watching podcasts. Thank y'all for hearing my rambles. Now I don't watch these back. This is for the world. I mean, I'm trying to make everything I consume. Consume everything I produce. And I got some downtime. Hey, it's nice 57. And so yeah. Love life, African. Love Africa. I don't know. Pfizer. Oh, sorry. That says Pfizer. Anyway, bye.